here outside of Dough in Greenwich Village in New York City, and they specialize in edible cookie dough. But it doesn't just stop there. You can bake it as well or get an array of fabulous baked goods right inside. We're gonna pop in, talk to Kristen, the founder and CEO, make up a batch of our own edible cookie dough. I can't wait, so let's go inside. I'm here with founder and CEO Kristen at Dough, and super excited because everybody's childhood favorite nostalgic treat, we're going to be making some cookie dough.
Of course.
One of your most popular flavors?
Absolutely.
Signature, Grand Slam.
It's our cake batter flavor.
I mean,
So it's like a combo of eating cookie dough and cake batter at the same time.
two guilty pleasures in one. And aside from it being a fantastic flavor, people usually think of cookie dough as kind of like that, like, oh no, I'm gonna get sick. They do it anyway,
Right.
but like, probably shouldn't. But yours is completely safe to eat.
Totally safe to eat. I'll tell you all about the ingredients and why ours is safe to eat and unique, but the other unique piece of this recipe is that it's bakeable as well. So you get the choice. You can eat it straight from the mixing bowl, pop some in the oven, really delicious cookie. So I'm gonna show you how to do it all.
Well, okay, so like, I don't wanna waste time
do it.
because I'm excited. So tell me everything we need to do to get together this delicious cookie dough.
So first thing we gotta do is this rubber spatula you're gonna need. This as a baker,
Best friend.
it is like an extension of your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you're gonna be a pro with this thing. Have to make sure it's rubber so that we can scrape down the bowl throughout the process. But this type of cookie that we're gonna be making is a classic all-American drop style cookie. It's called that because we're gonna drop it on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven. It doesn't require extra processing like piping it out of a piping bag. It doesn't require you to roll it out with a rolling pin. It's just the classic cookie that you've been making.
Making life easy.
Making life easy, you've been making it for years, and that follows a specific type of procedure. And anytime you're making a drop style cookie, you start with the fat first.
Yes.
And in this case, butter. So, butter in the mixer.
So we've got our beautifully whipped butter. Do I need to scrape down the side?
No, it's okay right now. Yeah, it's okay. Another thing to mention is this is unsalted butter.
Yes.
Unsalted.
Yes. Important, you can always salt to taste.
Yes. Next, we're going in with both sugars.
All right.
So first is the fat, second is the sugars in this step of the process. So put them in.
All right.
And we're really gonna cream this together for several minutes. This takes a little bit of time. As I mentioned, baking, especially cookie making, is a little bit of a science, but this step of it, making sure that the butter and the sugars are really well combined,
Yes.
is very important before you move on. What I envision is making sure that every little tiny granule of sugar is evenly coated with butter.
Yes.
So like give it a second.
Oh, a butter blanket.
What could be better than a butter blanket?
I don't know, man.
We need to like trademark that. This
Oh.
is a butter blanket stuff.
It happened here. You heard it first. A butter blanket. You're welcome.
So you just got to scrape off the sides and then the paddle as well. Just making sure we're getting things. Yeah, there's always butter that like sticks around the outside of the bowl depending on the temperature. of the
Oh, it
ingredients,
loves to do
so.
that. I know.
Okay, third step is any liquid ingredients. So today we just have our pasteurized egg white
Yes.
and then our vanilla extract. But if you're using any liquids in your cookie dough, say a little bit of espresso or to bring out some flavor or
Yes.
any other extracts besides vanilla, all of the wet ingredients are gonna go next.
Perfect. All right.
So we've combined those already. And the way that we're gonna pour them in, actually,
Ah.
put this down,
And stream it in.
stream it in
All right.
really slowly. It just allows this mixture to accept it better. We just made this really strong bond between the butters and the sugars. We don't want to break it with the.
This is like a relationship advice.
This is a marriage.
Yes.
Here, you can't. This will divorce it if you go too quickly. So
Okay, and like we're trying to keep it alive.
keep it alive.
Okay.
Exactly. So this is actually going to just strengthen this bond.
All right.
The egg white is the protein of the egg.
Yes.
So that's what we use. We have enough fat, so we don't need the yolk in this case because of the butter. And so we just want to use the egg white, pour it in just slowly. Yeah. Just kind of little by little. Yeah. I think it looks good. Yeah.
Awesome.
White and fluffy. Okay. So I think we can leave it. We don't need to scrape at this stage, but we do need to move on to our dry ingredients.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna mix our dry ingredients kind of off to the side before we pour them in because we just mix forever and ever. But the thing that we want to avoid doing once we add the dry ingredients is over mixing. So now we're going to change our tune and we're going to mix as little as humanly possible with our dry ingredients.
Which is why we also don't need the mixer and we can do it by hand.
We can mix these.
All right.
Just together, those three in this bowl first.
Perfect. And do people need to sift these?
No, not usually. No, not important for this. The mixer will do the hard work, and we're going to make sure it's all mixed really well with the whisk ahead of time. So we just did our vanilla cake mix, our heat-treated flour, and then we have a little bit of sea salt, baking soda, and then a little bit of cornstarch, which is going to give our cookies like this extra nice, chewy, soft center.
Gorgeous.
So,
alrighty.
Those ingredients are really important. There's only a small amount of them, so we want to make sure that everything is evenly mixed in the dry ingredients before they go in the mixer.
Yes, makes complete sense.
And what you're going to do is just turn it on low, add in the dry ingredients, and once the dry ingredients are combined, so once you don't see the floury white powder anymore, then you can add more.
Beautiful. Great.
Okay, I think it looks good. We're gonna do the rest by hand. So you are actually gonna get your own workout after all. Let's scrape all of that cookie dough into the bottom of the bowl, and we're gonna add in our mix-ins by hand.
Beautiful. All right.
Okay, so pour these in.
Okay. No, you get the fun part. You get the fun part.
Yeah, all this.
I'll do the work, you do the fun part.
And then the chips that we're using are just a semi-sweet chip. So it kind of balances out the sweetness a little bit.
It's not too sweet.
Not too sweet. And these sprinkles are called jimmies.
Yes.
So you want to use something that is like this, like a jimmy that doesn't bleed into your dough. You don't
like a
want your dough
sanding
to bleed.
sugar or something.
Yeah, that would like turn your dough nice and gray and gross. And so we want to use something like these jimmies if you're adding some sprinkles. Amazing. Do you want to try it before we make it into cookies?
I mean, don't kiss my arm.
Here you go. This is your creation.
I'll take this little excess that's on the spatch right there.
Right. Oh. It's gonna taste like cookie dough, but it's gonna also taste like cake batter. Like the flavor.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
The cake batter flavor comes through right away.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's really, it
hits you, but prominent, but like not like aggressive, like, I'm cake. But it's so well balanced. That mix in there is clutch.
Yeah.
And then I did get the white chocolate and a chocolate chip.
You still get like the hint of the brown sugar, so it kind of has like a little bit of a behind the scenes, like back of the palate chocolate chip cookie.
It's a total party in a bowl.
It is.
But the great thing is that people can make this at home from, Kristen, what are you doing?
You can make a cookie dough.
Oh my God.
Sandwich.
Okay.
Cake on cake on cake.
You just keep coming out with like more and more tricks up your sleeve.
That's the whole point of dough, is like you get to eat it however makes you happy. And if it's baked or unbaked, in ice cream, in a milkshake, you get to pick.
You just let them be as creative as they want.
Yep.
You're giving them the vehicle to do it.
Yep.
And they can learn all of these recipes and more in your book.
Hello Cookie Dough. Yeah. I share all of these tips. So many, 110 different recipes for cookie dough, everything from pies, cakes, creme brulee.
Holy cow. So they've got a third of their year already planned and ready to go. Kristen, this was an absolute pure delight.
Good.
Thank you for sharing your recipes, your ideas,
of course.
and most importantly, your cookie dough. So I'll be leaving with this.
Okay, great. Okay. You got the dishes too, right?
Sure.
Just kidding.